Hey and welcome to the MX-5 guide on Oulton Park International in iRacing. This track is easy to learn but hard to master, which gives it a high skill ceiling. So don't worry when you feel like you are off the pace, because everyone struggles around here. You can still hop into races, enjoy the track and have a lot of fun. And as always, you can practice against my ghost car or compare your telemetry to mine. You can find the files on the community Discord or on Garage 61. Approach the first turn on the left edge of the track, give the brakes a short, hard tap when you reach the banners on the left, and prepare to shift down into third gear. We are heading onto a straight, that's why you want to be aggressive on the throttle, and as you can see it here, I'm already accelerating way before I reach the curb. So try to be as early on the throttle as you can and aim for the upcoming inside curb. Use all available space on the exit. You can go wide as long as the center of your car stays above the curb. In a race, it's usually worth it to take the X1 here instead of lifting, because lifting will cost you a lot of time down the straight. The track is dipping down right ahead of us, and you want to approach the section on the far right edge of the track. Hit the brakes as soon as you drive into the dip and shift down into third gear. Coast, be patient and let the car swing to the inside of the track. And as soon as the car settles after you drive into the second dip, you want to get back on the throttle again and accelerate onto the straight. Same story like in turn 1. As long as you stay with the center of your car above the curb, then you won't receive an incident point. Use the exit to get a good run onto the straight. You want to lift as soon as you reach the cones on the right side of the track and prepare to hit a tight inside line. Add some pressure on the throttle to maintain your speed, but keep pushing the car to the left because you want to exit this turn on the left edge of the track. That way you set the car up for a good entry into the upcoming hairpin. Position the car on the far left edge of the track and use the dark area on the track as marker for braking. Hit the brakes hard and prepare to shift down into first gear. At this point, I am blipping manually to give the car a bit more stability on the downshift into first gear. Unless you are using the auto blip assist, I would recommend you to do the same, because it makes the turn way easier. The next chicane is tricky. You want to approach it on the far right edge of the track, use the faint white marks on the track as marker for braking, hit the brakes hard, shift into second gear and aim for the inside curb. Attack the inside up to the point where your tires leave the curb and get into the grass. That's important. And when you feel the hit in your suspension from the tires leaving the curb and getting back onto it, then you know that you are about to hit a good exit out of the chicane. If you don't hit this spot, then you will hit a tighter run around the right-hander, which will give you a really hard time to turn the car. So attack this inside and try to keep the entry as wide as possible. Keep coasting, be patient as you wait for the car to turn, and aim for a tight run around the upcoming barrier. Get back on the throttle as soon as you are happy with your line to accelerate onto the upcoming long straight. You don't want to delay your acceleration here by too much, because if you wait too long, then it will cost you time until you reach the next braking zone. You can use the grass on the exit and you won't receive an incident point as long as your tires don't go beyond the width of the inside curb. Position the car on the left edge of the track, hit the brakes at the halfway point between the 100 and 50 meter boards and shift down at the second gear. Aim for the inside curb, and as soon as you reach it, you want to engage the throttle. This throttle input helps you to rotate the car and push it a bit further to the right, which gives you an easier entry into the next left-hander. At this point, you want to let the car swing to the far left edge of the track to set it up for a good run onto the long straight. Lift while you turn in and aim for the upcoming inside curb. You want to use all available space on the exit once again, and like before, you won't receive an incident point as long as the center of your car stays above the curb. Stick to the left edge of the track and there are some faint dark marks on the track which you can use as marker for braking. Give the brakes a short hard tap and shift down into third gear. Aim for a smooth but tight inside line and get back on the throttle as soon as you reach the first curb to keep your momentum up and accelerate onto the last straight. For the last turn, you want to hit the brakes at the halfway point between the board and the marshal booth on the left. You want to keep it simple, just hit the brakes, shift down into second gear and aim for a smooth line. That was the guide. Now you can let everything settle in the cockpit lap. I want to thank you for your support, wish you all the best for the next weekend, see you next time!